Welcome. Welcome to Creating Your Self-Love Lifestyle. I'm Marcy Newman, your host and also known as the Heart Shift Coach. And today we're going to be talking about a very important subject, self-acceptance. Now, you might say, well, self-acceptance, isn't that kind of just a no-brainer? Well, you might think it is. But what I want you to know is that for most people, this is actually where they get caught up and sabotage themselves when it comes to making choices that are in alignment with self-love. So self-acceptance is an energy field. It is a frequency. And self-acceptance means a number of things. But most importantly, that you have accepted that you are perfect in your imperfection. This is so hard for every single one of us. And like I said, most people that I know, that I've worked with in particular, and have experienced this myself, this has been one of the hardest things. Now, I might have shared with you in the past that there was a time in my life where I wouldn't allow anyone to take my photo. It's so funny now, right? When you think about how much time I actually spend in front of a camera. But it was during that time, and this, of course, is not just 20/20 hindsight, but it was also something that I was well aware of when this happened. But I didn't have the tools to be able to work through it. Now that I do, I can see how diminishing that was to myself and how it made it absolutely impossible for me to create a self-love lifestyle because I wasn't loving myself. So I was living in an environment where I was constantly bombarded by all of the things that would mirror back to me my imperfections. Now, I know that you live in this very same world. We look at how the media portrays the perfect image of a woman, right? And she is flawless. She's flawless because they airbrush her, because she doesn't eat food, because she is consumed with looking a certain way, and those who portray her are as well. And so as little girls, and particularly, we grow up with this model, this image in mind that is absolutely impossible for us to attain in most cases. Of course, there are some people who, to outward appearances, do appear to be perfect. They have the perfect skin, the perfect hair, the perfect teeth, the perfect eyes, the perfect body. They're perfect. None of us are perfect. We all have imperfections, but we are perfect in the imperfections. So self-acceptance is when we come to this place where we are able to embrace ourselves completely for being human. Yes, we are spiritual beings, but we are embodied, right, on a physical plane. And when we look in a mirror, we don't see the beauty inside unless we're really looking for it, which I hope you will do after this video. But we look at the outside. We look at all of the imperfections, the wrinkles, the this, the that, and we say, oh my God, I can never measure up. I'm flawed. Who will want me? How do I even have the nerve to be out in public looking like this? I've actually heard this come from particularly women's voices. We're so hard on ourselves, and I want you to know that it must stop. And the only way that it can stop is if you are taking the time to appreciate yourself as you are right now. That means appreciating everything that has brought you to this place, appreciating everything that you've learned that has contributed to this incredible wisdom that you have inside of you. This is where we start to create a self-love lifestyle, because this bombardment will not change. It is hell-bent on always having you look outside of yourself for your validation. That's how these companies get you to buy products, to buy clothing, to buy vacations, to buy cars, to buy homes, whatever it is that you're consuming. This is how it's done. They make you feel like you are imperfect. You're not enough unless you have this. And then, only then, can you begin to measure up to their expectations. However, those will always change because they need you to continue to consume, continue to buy. So, you've been with me a long time, or maybe you're new to my videos, but we're in the process of creating a new world. And in that new world, we need to start to adopt a new way of being. And so what I want you to know when it comes to creating, and particularly creating a new life, it must start within you, from those beautiful places where light has been able to shine and to expand and to grow. So it has to come from this place of the heart rather than the head. What self-acceptance does is it's a foray into self-love. We begin by accepting ourselves as these beautiful spiritual beings having this wonderful, incredible human experience, and that we are meant to experience it all. You're meant to fit as much in this life as you possibly can, because every single experience is actually geared towards teaching you more and more about love. So it teaches you more about you. You are love. So this self-love lifestyle cannot be created if you are not accepting of yourself. And that's a huge caveat, isn't it? So I want to encourage you to begin this daily practice as I do. And I stand in front of the mirror. And of course, I see how I'm looking. But then I move in. And I move in. I move in until I can see the light of my eyes shining out, shining through everything else. And in that moment, I have a holy moment. It is a holy moment where joy starts to rise up from within me because I'm actually seeing my truth. That's the truth of who I am. And that's the truth of who you are. And it was the truth when you were 2 or 4 or 6 or 10, when you were 13 and you had that perfect everything. It's the truth of us, the essence of us, that shines through. And it's there to remind us how magnificent we are, how magnificent you are, right here and right now. So this self-acceptance, as I said, is a form of self-love. And without it, a self-love lifestyle will constantly be without your reach. You will continue this road of frustration and confusion the longer that you allow the outside world to determine your value and your worth. So we're going to end this with my invitation for you to take on my daily practice. Don't start your day until you find that light within you. and let it show itself. And you will feel what I feel. It's a giddiness. It's a joy. It's, oh yeah, that's right. I've got this. And I have an entire universe behind me. It's always got my back. So now I can go out into the world in pure confidence. And that's why I'm here with you right now. As I told you, there was a time I wouldn't allow myself to even be photographed. But my self-love journey not only has enabled that, it has invited me to live my whole life doing it. So how's that for a complete turnaround? All right, I want to leave this affirmation with you. I am perfectly imperfect in my perfection. Now, repeat that one every day, particularly when you are looking at yourself and you are seeing those imperfections. And then make certain to take that journey into that mirror until you see the light of love shining back at you. And know that that is all there is. And all there is you. So much love to you. I'll be back here again, of course, next week. And remember, please, to leave your comments, like the video if you have found some value in it, and subscribe so that you're the first to know when a new video is posted. And I do hope that you'll continue to share these videos with your friends and your family. Post them so that other people can take advantage of this wisdom that we are actually creating together. That's right, we create these together. I'm here for you, as I'm here for me. So, have a wonderful day, and again, see you next week. Bye-bye now.